Adapt.
ปรับ
They are going to adapt my latest novel for film. Alert.
เตือน
Alert the police. There's someone in the house. Alien.
คนต่างด้าว
Some people think the world is an alien and frightening place. Alight.
ลง
His gaze came to alight on the hanging figure of the woman. Anchorage.
ทอดสมอ
Make sure the ladder has firm anchorage before you go up. Anonymous.
ไม่ระบุชื่อ
An anonymous donor gave us £5,000 for the startup. Apparently.
เห็นได้ชัดว่า
Apparently, he lives in a castle. Beckon.
กวักมือเรียก
Why did he beckon to me? I'm certainly not following him. Beehive.
รัง
I'd love to have a beehive and harvest honey. Beekeeper.
คนเลี้ยงผึ้ง
If you like bees so much, why don't you become a beekeeper? Bureaucracy.
ระบบราชการ
Citizens have to get through much bureaucracy to get a permit. Clinging.
ยึดมั่น
I saw a clinging woman in the balcony. Clutch.
คลัด
Clutch firmly to the railings or you may fall. Commuter.
ครบ
I'm a commuter. I travel from home to work every day. Congratulate.
ขอแสดงความยินดี
Did you congratulate her on the good news? Constituent.
ส่วนประกอบ
Melodrama is a frequent constituent of real life. Descend.
ลงมา
Once she got to the top, she started to descend. Discharge.
ปล่อย
It took the doctor ages to discharge me from hospital. Dummy.
ดัมมี่
They used a dummy for the crash test. Encounter.
เผชิญ
It's so uplifting when you encounter the kindness of strangers. Entwine.
โอบ
I entwined my fingers with his. Feebly.
อ่อนแอ
She smiled feebly, as if she was really tired. Gas.
แก๊ส
He tried to gas himself, but fortunately, he didn't succeed. Gaze.
จ้องมอง
His gaze followed her as she left the room. Ghastliness.
ความน่าขยะแขยง
Not everything has to be about ghastliness and wrongdoing. Gossip.
ซุบซิบ
The rescue of the girl became the focus of gossip. Hard-headed.
หัวแข็ง
I have a hard-headed, realistic view of history. Haunting.
หลอน
She usually writes haunting dramas which are truly evocative. Hedge.
ป้องกันความเสี่ยง
A hedge surrounded the house creating a natural fence. Interpretation.
การตีความ
My first interpretation of the scene was clearly wrong. Liquids.
ของเหลว
Don't forget you can't take liquids onto planes. Massacre.
การสังหารหมู่
Hundreds of people died in the attack. It was a massacre. Matinee.
รอบบ่าย
Don't miss the matinee performance on Saturday. Melodrama.
เรื่องประโลมโลก
As an abandoned child, his early life was full of melodrama. Memorable.
น่าจดจ
Traveling to a war zone was a memorable experience. Misogynistic.
ำเกลียดผู้หญิง
Misogynistic stories are not so popular these days. Novelty.
ความแปลกใหม่
It was a relief when the novelty wore off. Overqualified.
มีคุณสมบัติเกิน
I'm afraid you are overqualified for this position. Paved.
ปู
There was a paved court down the alley. Plot.
พล็อต
What's the plot or the story of the film? Pour.
เท
Let me pour the boiling water for you. Prolific.
อุดมสมบูรณ์
Ruth Rendell was a prolific writer. She wrote many books. Prompt.
เพราะไหม
The prompt action of a neighbor saved my life. Railings.
ราวบันได
The girl was hanging from the railings of the balcony. Recover.
ฟื้นตัว
You'll have to stay in hospital until you fully recover. Refreshing.
สดชื่น
It's refreshing to hear good news for a change. Refugee.
ผู้ลี้ภัย
As a refugee myself, I know how hard it can be to flee home. Regime.
ระบอบการปกครอง
The old regime was against individual freedom. Relieved.
โล่งใจ
I was relieved when I heard she was safe. Rescue.
กู้ภัย
The rescue of the girl became the focus of gossip. Sequel.
ผลสืบเนื่อง
I watched the first movie, but I haven't seen the sequel yet. Shield.
โล่
I covered my eyes with my hand to shield them from the sun. Speculation.
การเก็งกำไร
It was all speculation. Nobody knew what was happening. Squeaky.
ส่งเสียงดังเอี้ย
I can't stand her voice. It's so high-pitched and squeaky. Stunt.
การแสดงความสามารถ
It was her job to do the dangerous stunts in the movie. Tenant.
ผู้เช่า
All the tenants agree the lift must be repaired. Territorial.
ดินแดน
Territorial disputes are a common source of conflict. Thriller.
หนังระทึกขวัญ
Her new movie as director is a psychological thriller. Tow.
พ่วง
If you park there, they will tow your car away. Trailer.
รถพ่วง
Have you seen the trailer of the movie? Twist.
บิด
In an unexpected twist, the villain becomes the hero. Unarmed.
ไม่มีอาวุธ
They opened fire on unarmed people. Unwilling.
ไม่เต็มใจ
He was an unwilling hero. He didn't want to become one. Vanishing.
หายไป
She looked at him in the vanishing light. Vicious.
เลวทราม
The assault was extraordinarily vicious. Weirdness.
ความแปลกประหลาด
I loved the weirdness of the play. It made it interesting. Whodunit.
สืบสวนสอบสวน
The film is a whodunit set in Egypt. Windscreen.
กระจกบังลม
There was a fine on my car's windscreen.